Hi there. Today I'm going to talk about the series written by Brad Taylor. Brad Taylor was a former squadron commander with Delta Force, so he's got an excellent background in all the tactical and equipment aspects of a thriller writer. And he created his main character, Pike Logan, whose background is also as an officer with Delta Force. And his series revolves around an entity known as the TaskForce. In the first book, One Rough Man, which the title is an allusion to George Orwell's quote, I think, we find Pike Logan has had a family tragedy. His family's been wiped out, and he's hit rock bottom and is self-medicating with alcohol. And he rescues a young woman, Jennifer Cahill, from a gang of thugs. And they link up, and their partnership carries on throughout all the books, which there's, I think, about 15 in the series so far. What Brad Taylor has created, and this is quite a common theme in a lot of the thrillers, is a specialized unit which operates in a kind of sub rosa world between the official government entities and the private sector. And this is called a task force. And it's a covert, deniable counter-terrorist capability set up by the United States government to kind of bypass congressional scrutiny, because in the American system, Congress sticks the nose in everywhere, and it's very hard to get anything done. So the task force idea is to fill a need for someone to go out and sort out a lot of problems. And the commander of the task force is the former Delta Force commander, and he recruits Pike Logan to the unit. And then eventually Jennifer, who is not your run-of-the-mill female operator in the book, she has some skills, including the ability to climb rapidly, and she's very agile. But then as the books progress, she goes through kind of a training course and a selection process to become an operator, the only female operator in the unit. And the books have them have the task force directed against enemies which range from Russian oligarchs slash government gangs to rogue United States military personnel. Really interesting plots. Along the way, they encounter a pair of combatants from Mossad, Aaron and Shoshona. And Shoshona is your female operator. She is highly, highly skilled and would take people unawares. She is very slight and small, but has awesome skills. So in the task force books, both Pike and Jennifer and Aaron and Shoshona quite often from becoming wary kind of semi-allies to becoming friends and upfront allies in the books, where they can help each other. They do so. And the plots are really, really good. One of the things I think about good thriller characters is whether you like them or not. And I find Pike and Jennifer very likable characters, the way they handle things. They've got deadly skills, and they're really competent at what they do, but they also come over as being people that you would like to meet. And I think that helps. So I've just read the latest in the series, which is called American Traitor, and the theme of that is China, which is very, very timely. their activities in Australia, which the book actually puts a real life story of a guy the Chinese government infiltrated into into Australian politics, and then he was assassinated. Um, the plot goes to the Chinese preoccupation with taking over Taiwan. That's the main plot of the book, and how they are assisted by various uh, American um, companies and individuals. As we know, people are falling over backwards to help the Chinese government, and they don't appreciate any criticism of them. You only have to look at what happened with the NBA, for example. Um, if you try to uh, make any reference to the virus, the pandemic, and blame it where it should be blamed, on social media, the main social media groups will just censor it. And it's a problem because China is headed, their stated aim is world domination by 2049. And there doesn't seem to be a lot in the way to stop it. And if it takes a fiction writer like Brad Taylor to alert everyone to this, then it's all to the good. And I've just finished American Trade, a really good read. And the books, he keeps up a high standard throughout. So TaskForce books, highly recommended.